Now from My News 26, it's high school basketball. Coming to you tonight from Cadillac High School. This 26 Sports high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to exciting girls high school basketball action on My News 26 Sports. Tonight, the visiting Blue Devils from Gaylord will battle the Cadillac Vikings in a Big North Conference showdown. My name is Bill Dooley, along with Kevin Gregory. And Kevin, both these teams come in at 2-3, so it's a really important game for these teams.
Yeah, I mean, both teams got the identical conference schedule, and that's what you're looking at this time of year. So one team, Gaylord, coming off kind of an upset loss to Ogama Heights, and Cadillac, their last game was a big win over Petoskey. So they're each trying to make that final push to see who can climb up the Big North standings.
Yep. Gaylord comes in with having some adversity this year. They lost Brandy Wagner over break with a wrist injury, so they're playing without her. They lost earlier in the season Casey Cordy. What are some of the things, as a former coach, what do you see, for teams? How do they make up for that?
Right. So, I mean, the biggest thing is to overcome chemistry. You practice all preseason, early on in your conference schedule. You got the same 5, 6, 7 girl rotation. And once that gets hindered a little bit with injury, then what's fun about it as a coach is you get to see the other kids step up. Who's ready to go? Who's been paying attention? Who's been watching and learning? Right. And who's ready to step in and pick up that role?
Yep. Gaylord kind of comes off a shocker on Tuesday. As a team, you want to put that behind you and go into practice the next day and just focus on what you can do to turn things around.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anytime you come off of a shocking loss, hey, all the wins on paper don't count until the final scoreboard, right? So if you get upset, that's a sign of a good team and a good coach to see if you can refocus and get ready for a Cadillac team.
And as you know, there's no easy games in the Big North. Every game is a battle. Longtime foes, Cadillac and Gaylord. Cadillac comes in with a nice 13-point victory over Petoskey. And when you look at the Cadillac roster, you see 8 players on the team. You wonder, how are they hanging with a team like Petoskey with 14 girls on the team? How do they do that?
Well, I haven't watched any of the Cadillac girls, but one thing I know about the Cadillac High School, their staple is always solid defense. And if you look at the scores in their games, when they're successful, when they're getting the W's, they're holding teams into the 30s, because Cadillac's not going to put up 60 points tonight. That's not what they're going to do with this team. They're going to try and work down low to Kylie Christensen and, see if they can grind one out.
Yeah, Cadillac definitely played well all the way through. They weren't able to be worn down by Petoskey. And you look at the height factor, that was a big thing in the Petoskey game. And then you look at the roster tonight, and Cadillac definitely has the advantage, so maybe they can work that and see what happens.
That's a great point, Bill. I mean, that's one of the things I noticed when I was looking at the roster earlier today. I didn't see a girl over 5'8" on the Gaylord roster, at least listed as. Yep. So you got to think that's going to bode well for Cadillac tonight.
Yep. Okay. We will be right back with the opening tip-off in tonight's game. You're watching My News Sports 26.